In a short episode, here's explaining why demons took away something truthful and turned it into a false by adding falsehood into it. The way they lie, the way demonic spirits corrupt religion, which obviously at some point would involve prophets, and whoever you keep calling imam that don't exist. There's only one human being that's accused of being an imam currently, and that's Mahdi, and that's the last prophet. There's no such thing as an imam coming to do something for you. Regular men can just be imams at your local mosque, whatever. But a leader of God is not an imam. They're always a prophet. So in human history, a lot of prophets, their identity have always been stolen. Their true names and everything has always been corrupted. And some prophets, like Prophet Muhammad, obviously the father they're talking about, in his time, since he was adopted, back then, the name that they were giving him, the name that they were calling him, and his father's name, could have been the name of the adopted family's name. And then after some time, God could have told you what his real father's name actually was, and maybe that was Muhammad Abdullah. So you're going to have to do the same for Mahdi, because they told you he's similar to me. Okay, so Mahdi might have names that are not Muhammad bin Abdullah or Muhammad ibn Abdullah, because exactly, what if they're adopted too? You don't obviously want the name of the adopted family. At some point, you need to figure out who their parents were. So then God will obviously tell that person what their name should be. You guys can't really figure that out that much. I just want you to respect that. But God will have to obviously tell Mahdi what their actual name should be. Because what if they're adopted? Get it? They're going to take the name of the family who adopted them. But see, God might tell you that name. He might tell you Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Because that's just how you might find them during the time. They don't know who their parents were. Okay? Don't run with that. Their name might change then when they actually get rectified and stuff. But I'm going to answer this question that's getting on my nerves. See, I keep saying this a lot. They're sort of more on the hateful side. Sunni don't really have hatred, but they are more on the relaxed side. But either way, the problem is there. Prophets are accused of always running away and hiding. Even Prophet Muhammad, they act like Jibreel struck them in the chest or something. God have mercy. Anything that's evil, no one does it. An angel's not going to hit somebody. No one's going to force you to be a prophet. That's disgusting. What the hell? Just look at the word force. Why would you? What? 2, God is not dumb. He already creates people as prophets. They're just blind. They just live this life not knowing who they are. And then he takes away their supernatural abilities. He makes them live like a regular person for some time. So they can obviously be put in jail and be abused and harassed in situations they cannot be into. You can't bother these people. They're supernatural. In order to put them through demonic persecution, God has to take away their abilities. It's what Christians believe about Jesus. They think he's a son of God, get it? Son of God means you're God too, goodness. And the fact that he comes here with a human body and gets to physically suffer with you, right? With a physical, weak little flesh body. That's actually the story of prophets, everybody. You know? It's so believable because it actually is true. But the person is not a son of God. The person was always a prophet. All of them. Powerful supernatural abilities. I told you, Avatar, the Last Airbender, is based off of Prophet Mahdi. So that's how prophets are. That cartoon character, they have that kind of power. Okay? That's why you always hear about Moses splitting the ocean. It's exactly the same way that character, Avatar, splits the ocean with his staff. They water bend. It's going to be translated differently for you in history. You know? As maybe one-time event that he split the ocean to help people get away from Pharaoh. What if it was just the power he had to always control water? See, I believe Mahdi will control rain and wind. That's what I'm saying. Their identity is stolen, even in their abilities, so that they make it seem like it's sinful or something for them to have abilities. They always attribute it to God splitting the ocean, always more like on his own direct way as a God. Either way, the power belongs to him, even if you split the ocean. Okay, but just as we attribute power to angels, we don't think that's sinful. We don't think we're worshiping them. We agree God gave them power. It's the same for prophets. You're not weird and sinful to believe they also have supernatural abilities. It doesn't mean you're saying they're your God. No, God gave them the power either way. Okay? So I have to keep exposing lies off of them because I'm supernatural too and I know who I am. But I know when I'm in this earth with you right now, I don't have my actual reality of who I'm supposed to be. No one treats me the way that I'm supposed to be treated. No one acts the way they're supposed to act. Because God took away my sort of identity and reality from me. So I know how to defend prophets then. So here's answering the question. Why they're accused of therefore running away? They don't run away from war. That's dumb. You're leaders of God. So they never ran away from war. Even people like they call companions of prophets like Abu Bakr and Umar, no one ran away. How are they your leaders? 2, they don't run away from war because there's no war when they're here. Prophets don't start wars. Reason number 1, that's an evil thing to do. Reason number 2, they're supernatural, therefore they don't need to fight with you. They have supernatural abilities. How many times do I have to say that? Why you need a gun and a sword when you have power? Okay. So let's then answer now why people think they hide. They don't. Let's not use the word hide. But let's talk about the other hiding. I call it occultation. It's not hiding. God hides them. So see, they're not cowards. God, your Lord, actually hides them. Do you know who I am right now? I'm asking every single human being on the face of this earth. Who am I? Who am I? What's my name? You don't know anything. You just think it's some Muslim person on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you're listening. You think I'm just sharing some information with you. That's it. That's exactly what God hides them means. You will never I don't care how smart you are. You will never, ever, ever look at us and tell us who we are until God actually spiritually opens your mind and says, they're so and so. Each time in their lifetime. Supernatural beings like me, you'll never figure out what our name is. You'll never figure out who we are. You're not going to understand why we're here. When we're sharing new information with you like this, you're always going to be confused and think, what's going on? I'm not used to that knowledge. It's hard for you to believe because it's a test on your character. What I'm saying is true and moral and healthy and rational. You can believe it. If God told you who I am and then told you, that's not a test. That's fair. Because then you're just going to obey because you know who I am. You're just going to respect me. If Jesus came and God did something where his body, his face, just there's something he does to him where you guys could never figure out it's him. God makes him look like a regular man to you. And he gives you a message like this on this podcast, that your scriptures are corrupted. All this stuff is evil and etc., etc. What? Y'all gonna fight like that? You're gonna raise your voice. That's a test on you. You failed. You were supposed to think and take your time. At first, of course, it makes you sort of, what were you confused? But just listen. Pay attention. Take your time. God will show you they're telling you the truth. See? Now you didn't obey because they're special. You obeyed because you really were using your mind. You passed a test. You wanted to be humble and moral and repent. You passed a test. See? But if they come here and they're like, hey, everyone, I'm Jesus, and we all can see that with our own eyes, duh. He looks powerful and scary and came from the sky, then that's not really you passing the test. You obeyed because he's powerful. So do you see then why God takes away their abilities for some time? Makes them live among you just like a regular human. They're still powerful. You can never actually attack these people, but there's no supernatural abilities. They just grow up with you. And then God makes demons possess human beings. Humans cannot persecute prophets, and they cannot persecute someone like me who's similar. God tells demons to come here and do that. It's a program. So as demons are possessing humans to arrest me as a cop, the demon is shaking. If your demons are scared of me, how can you not be scared of me? Demons have power over you guys. Last time I checked, demons are supernatural and they have power over human beings. So if I have power over your demons. Do you know then how powerful I must be? Okay, then I'm not human. See? When I teach you something, I don't make it complicated. That's another quality of someone like your prophets and someone like me. God uses to help you. The way we speak is just common. It's just boom, 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 boom. We don't make it complicated. We have a divine, powerful God out there. Then he creates supernatural beings. Some are angels. Others we don't know. So some right now, the way things are, they're demons. Okay, they're the bad guys. Then there's prophets. They're also supernatural, powerful beings. The test of life is that religion gets corrupted and they're accused of just being regular person like you that can be killed, that can be chased, that can become evil tomorrow, that blah, 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 blah. That's the accusation against them. They're powerful, supernatural humans. You cannot kill them, you cannot chase them, you cannot persecute them, you cannot touch them. They can never become evil or corrupted. They don't ever run away, they're not cowards, they're not weak. But for some 25 to 30-something years of their life, God takes away their supernatural abilities and he makes them live here with no one knowing who they are as a test for them because, get it? They're powerful. You take away their power, is that not a test? But they're still powerful. They're still a supernatural being. So when they're 5 years old and 10 years old and 15 years old and they're going to school, no one's going to actually try to get in a fight with them. You see? The power's still there. People will always be scared of you. They're never going to try to fight with you, for example, like your gender. No one's going to ever try to kidnap you or bother you. Get it? There's no fake dominance that humans will do around you. They'll never try to, when it comes to physical. They'll never try to physically get into some conflict with you. Because when they look at you, they actually see you're strong. They're actually scared of you. So, no, coming here, being made to live sort of like a regular person doesn't mean you humans get to actually see them as someone you can hit and punch and fight. Never. My whole life, people feared me. Even if you're 50 years old, when I was 5, you were scared of me. Because I can still kill you at the age of 5. So no. The sort of dominance area is always there. We're always dominant. We just don't have a supernatural abilities. Get it? Ask me to tell the rain what to do right now. No rain is moving. Ask me to split some water. I'm going to be like, what are you talking about? Okay? But that's how you know we're powerful. Despite our body losing the supernatural abilities. There's no physical stuff here. You're never going to get into a fight with them. You know this person is stronger than you. You know this person is a powerful being. You just don't know why and how. You can't label them. You just mind your business because you're blind. So then that's the evidence. Then when God sends a cop and they arrest me, that's not a human then. Because then a human would have bothered me, grabbed me all my life. God sent them. That human, that moment. A demon took over the body. A demon is supernatural. Okay, we can understand. But I just told you we're stronger than demons, so they can't touch me. So what happened? God put some extra, look at my word, extra. Therefore, they're going to lose it. One day, you're not going to have that ability. It's demons and humans. God put an extra power in the body of the demon, in the body of the human, for you to have the ability, look at my word, ability. I'm angry because it's not real. Ability to touch someone as powerful as me. Put a handcuff on me and take me to a jail. And then label me mentally ill just like my prophets. As a way to get away with the fact that I'm innocent and you put me in a place I don't belong. Oh, she's crazy. That's all they said. They don't even create a fake story. They don't even need a story to create. They just simply accused me of being mentally ill for no reason. Because it's a test. I could have moved my hand swiftly and killed those two men. I'm not going to kill you because it's fake. And God won't let me. He does something to you where it's like you can't even try to kill the person. It's like your desire to kill has been taken or something. But when I was younger, that desire was there. If I saw evil behavior, perverted males, especially Muslims, obviously, because you're all perverts, they would feel it. They would feel this power coming over me that I think you're going to die right now if you don't get the hell out of here. And he would run away from me. Okay? So it's not human to human situations. It's only situations of cops versus prophets. That's the only time God puts power in a human to touch a prophet. It's only a cop. But let the cop get out of their job. Let them just have their regular clothes, walk out of their apartment. He's going to run away from me. So it's not him. It's not the human. It's the situation. A situation where God wants me to go to a jail. But all those years that I lived on this earth, since I wasn't just born yesterday, all those other years that I saw cops, they also run. They run. And they run. Why are you running? Because you don't have the power. I'm not human like you. You cannot touch this body. Therefore, it's only when God wants me to go to jail. It's actually a specific moment in history that my Lord said to Satan, you're going to all have the power now to go and possess humans and touch that powerful person you cannot actually touch. Because it's a test for her, and it's a test for Muhammad, and it's a test for Jesus, and it's a test for so-and-so. Go arrest them. Go do something you actually cannot do through human beings. And that's when we become so shocked. That's why his father's like, well, what's going on? What happened to me? Did I die? How did a human just touch me? It's a shock. And that same exact shocking situation, that doesn't exist, that God is making up. It's fake as hell. The human doesn't know you. They don't personally think they arrested a powerful person. They don't know. They're blind. Supernaturally blind. It's the same way then earlier times, God also picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other situations that are like that are fake as hell, that only He set up. Such as when we're growing up. Such as that evil adoptive African family. Africans are not evil, but that evil family who happen to be African. Who are Muslim. Every now and then, the power will enter their demon. Their demon comes here, possesses these males, and they try to act all fake dominant around me. Since they're pretending to be my family, but they adopted me. I'm Turkish, I'm Arab, I'm Asian, but they accusing me of being African my whole life. And there you go, they possess just like the people of Prophet Muhammad. His adopted family was possessed. Stop calling him his family. You know he was adopted. So whoever was bothering the Prophet, and you think they went to war with him, no one went to war. It's during the time like this that you don't know who I am. That your demons possess you and they just go crazy. And they stalk me and bother me all day. It's not real and it's not you. It's fake. It's just how I learn. You guys are evil people. Then something supernatural will kill you. So it's the same for Prophet Muhammad. A bad family. Prophet Yusuf. A bad family. Prophet Ibrahim. A bad family. What? That's how you know God is setting us up. He puts us in bad situations. Either adoptive evil families, because there you go, our real parents have died somehow, some sort of war or evil is already in the world, or evil biological family. Maybe not all members of the family are evil, but they're usually all evil. I have a bad family. All my prophets were adopted because it's too fishy. So anyways, because they tell you prophet went blind, and because of his blindness, his children took advantage of that situation and put his son Yusuf into slavery. What? What? Why would a powerful prophet not know his son is about to be thrown somewhere by his children? I think that story is fake. It's probably just a normal family who did that. You're a prophet. You know everything. Goodness. You would have protected your son from that situation. And God doesn't get in your way to protect people because they need to be tested. So all these situations of a prophet giving birth to another prophet, I don't even think it's true. To some degree, some of it might be false. Because in order for them to suffer, they should not have somebody. I would not have suffered this much if I had somebody. Okay, so I don't think that God would put a prophet in a situation where he gives birth to another prophet. And he's just told to let him suffer. Just let him go. You know what? Actually, kill your son. Let's see if you're going to be loyal to God. Kill your own son. Those stories you have of a prophet being told to kill his son as a sacrifice to God. And then God told them don't do it at the end because you passed the test. I think these things make us uncomfortable because they're fake. The only test God will do, someone like me who's supernatural like your prophets and your prophets, is I'm going to tell you right now, you better listen. He gives human beings the power to touch us and bother us when we're stronger than you. That's actually the test. We're stronger than you. I don't use words like dominance because that's an evil word. It always is coming from a place of evil meaning. But if dominance actually existed, a healthy moral dominance, like how maybe you could say angels are dominant over humans. We are dominant over you as a human race because we're supernatural. You cannot actually physically touch us. I don't mean from a place of evil conduct. No, even if it's like friendship. You can't even touch me as a friend because you're scared. That's how powerful we're created. You'd always be shaking and running and being scared. And therefore, you'd always have to be respectful. You'd always have to be polite, moral, healthy. And that's how you are when we're blind and you're blind. Imagine when you're not blind and we are given our supernatural abilities. You're finished. It's like some half angel on this earth. Imagine a half angel. That's a lot of power. That's how prophets are created. So it is a test to then tell us to wake up, be born, put in filthy families. The abuse starts from the beginning. They steal your money. They steal your health. They steal your education. They torture you with your nutrition and your eating and everything. And they're always acting evil around you. They cannot attack you, right? But the evil around you, they might hit you every now and then. That's an act of dominance you humans don't have around me and prophets. You cannot touch us. You cannot touch us. You cannot touch us. You cannot touch us. And you cannot say or act evil verbally, physically, emotionally, physiologically, spiritually, emotionally, verbally, non-verbally. There's no such thing. You are obedient and submissive to us. Do you understand? And the terminology God gave me all my life to describe myself was authority. We are an authority over you. That's power. So the test is that we're going to be brought here. And you're not going to see that. And you're going to have power enter you. Not always, correct? Because we're still powerful even if we're not here with our true self. So you're always going to fear us, respect us, behave, leave us alone. No problem as we age and grow up in this world. I always was feared and respected. But every now and then, keyword, every now and then, when God wants to put us in a situation that you human beings can easily put each other into, you're equal in strength, your flesh, He makes demons have extra power. They possess you. So you can't even do it yourself. You still need a supernatural being to possess you to do it. So you are not doing it. Demons are doing it. Demons, so-and-so with the name so-and-so and another name so-and-so possess some so-and-so weak humans with extra power put in the demon body. Therefore, they can use your body like some clothing. They just need to wear you like some clothing. And they arrived. And since it's so impossible, keyword, impossible, God warns me in divine dreams. He shows me a dream. He's saying, look, Prepare yourself mentally. Because it's so impossible. If it was not a big deal, he doesn't need to show me a dream. So 2019, God showed me a dream. My life was going to go down. Guess what happened? Hours and hours and hours. I'm shouting and yelling. How could you do this? I'm stronger than your creation. I'm not a human being. You know who I am. I'm authority. I'm so-and-so. I'm a third creation. I'm so-and-so. That's all I said. I never said, my Lord, that hurts. That's sad. That's mean. That depresses me. No, it's about dominance. I'm dominant over you. You cannot touch me. You're possessed to come here every day and say nasty things. Try to always approach me in a cop car. Hey, excuse me, miss. And if you ignore them, they really can actually approach you and try to arrest you. Excuse me. You don't have that power. You're not talking to a human here. Do you know how much psychological strength we have, therefore? So that's why God makes the program. He created it, correct? He puts us in it, right? He puts another painful test in it. The whole purpose is to accuse you of being mentally ill or crazy. And look how much strength we have mentally. It's like Angel Gabriel being told to come here. And regular human's flesh like you touching him, arresting him, insulting him, harassing him, he would lose his mind. Because you don't have such a power to touch a powerful angel like that. That's how I feel and that's how prophets feel. We are just not as powerful as him. But we are like the half of angels in power. How dare you get put in a situation to touch me and label me psycho. You don't understand the pain I go through, the anger I have towards God. I don't have anything towards you. Since I'm stronger than you, I don't feel anything towards you. You're not my anger. I don't ever sit there and tell God how much I want to kill a demon. I don't feel nothing. They're like children to me. I tell God these demons better shut up and sit down, and they become obedient. They leave the whole building. You're not equal to me in strength, you and demons. Therefore, I don't need to actually do something to you or fight with you or do that. No. Therefore, we get angry with God. We talk to God. How could you do this to us? You can just make us homeless. You can just make us poor. You can just injure our feet. You can just make us suffer. You are powerful over us. You can make us suffer. Why are you using your creation to act fake dominant around me? That's the word I use, since it's not dominance. It's fake. Fake dominant around me. And it's even more disturbing when demons possess females and children. Since they're not masculine, when they use you, it's even more angry for me. And they love it. A female cop arresting me and taking me in that jail. And sometimes most of the men are scared. The men actually don't want to touch me in the jail when they're possessed. Everyone's like, do you know why? Because every now and then the program flips. Now they're going to use the female. So it's like the other ones have to reflect back to you, this is not real. As this human is possessed to do, they don't know nothing. The demon is doing it. Those humans over there, the ones they're not technically using, are shaking that moment. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, but then now when they're using the males, now the females are going to shake. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now when demons possess children, that's how you know this is fake. A child's going to act crazy around an adult, really? And I just told you I'm supernatural, it's not even human. Now when they're using children, now the male and female adults are saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, we're going to die. You're all shaking and scared to death. But if you're being used that moment, okay, you're being used. You can't feel much. The others get to really feel it and reflect back to me. Why does God do that? As a way to honor me. As a way to say, it's okay, it's okay. You're still you. I know I'm putting you in this situation that doesn't make sense. He always makes someone reflect back to me that I'm their authority. That I'm your authority. You cannot do this. This is fake. That's what the demonic persecution. Every now and then it does something new to the person's life. They reach age 20. All of a sudden demons have extra power to come and try to arrest you. But when you were 15, they didn't have that power. See? If it was real, you'd have that power all the time. But this power to touch me and arrest me, humans didn't have it when I was younger. I could kill someone and a cop would never bother me. You just forget about it. So I'm not human then. I can hit someone and no one's going to call the cops on me. And I only mean in situations where human is evil anyway. My character's not bad. But no one's going to actually call cops on me. Okay, but now, easy. It's everywhere. Anytime humans are possessed to act bad or criminal, if I just stand up for myself, they just call the cops. 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 What? Why are you obsessed with cops? Because it is the biggest act of fake dominance to grab someone as powerful as me, put a handcuff on me and take me to a jail. I could destroy each and every one of you human beings. I could kill this entire human race. I'm supernatural. I could kill all of you. So it's fake and it's torture to the brain that I'm being put in situations that you cannot put me into. Therefore, you're not doing it. Satan didn't become so cool and scary and do it. God is doing it. The way you in religion have always been taught. He puts people in situations that are uniquely very strange. To handle for a creation of God is very difficult for them. It doesn't make sense. Not strange as in like God is dumb. I mean like strange as in like it's not logical. It's very illogical. But you can understand it. But when it comes to morality, God does not use illogic. This is not logical, obviously. If I'm powerful, why is it like that? But it's a test. So then the logic will enter the picture at some point. God is going to take all these powers away from demons. Therefore, they cannot use your body. Male, female, child. They cannot use animals. They cannot use pests. They cannot use objects. All of you will finally be the way you're supposed to be around me. I will be the authority I am around you. I will finally be who I'm supposed to be in my reality. This is going to stop because it's not real. It's not real? Therefore, what would logic say? It has to stop. Okay, it's going to stop. Okay, so God did apply logic at the end. Therefore, it really is a test. Test means temporary. Time, period. But morality, you're not going to use that same situation and be like, there were times God told women to be oppressed. And there are times, no. When it comes to morality, he's always going to use logic. All the time. He's not going to flip it at some point to test you. Because that's about your rights. No one's going to tell you to be abused the way Islam and other religions tell you to be abused. That's the corruptions in religion. But the life that he gives me, supernatural creations of God and prophets, is not always going to follow logic. Because you're going to be made to do things around us you don't have the power to do. And then that's why after we're dead, after we naturally, normally died, when demons are allowed to lie again, they're given extra power again to lie about a God. Can you lie about a God? That's power. Okay, so Satan was given that extra power to just lie about God. Scripture, touch scripture, I just told you, using possessed human beings again. You can't be like, I don't know how people could possess corrupt the scripture. The same way I just told you, a cop gets possessed to arrest someone as powerful as me. He's not arresting me. God is arresting me. God put a power in him. He's not him. It's fake. God made him do it. Can God not make you do something? The human doesn't know anything. A demon is doing the arresting. But God made the demon have that power. So it's the same thing then. They get another extra power again after we're gone. After we're no longer here to protect religion. They come back again with the extra power God gave them. It's a test again. They corrupt the scripture using someone they possess just like that. They possess them. They take over their hand. They write you a fake Quran, a fake Torah, a fake Bible, a fake Psalm. Now they spread it all over the world. It's a test for the human race now. You who are regular humans, it's your test now. Are you going to follow it, believe it, force it on each other? Or are you going to be like there's evil in this book? And we already know prophets are very powerful creations of God. So all these stories about them being abused or this happening to them or them being perverts or then this or that is fake. That's what you're supposed to all conclude. And you all pass the test. Everyone's clapping for you from the heavens. So it's easy, therefore, since that's the extra power they're given to corrupt scripture, it's easy to then use the times that I just told you. Humans were made to do something. Demons were made to do something they don't have the power to do, such as touch me. Get it? When I say touch, I don't mean evil. I just mean like just touch the body, just a simple, like a tap on the shoulder. You can't touch me. They just touch you enough to arrest you, correct? The devil then uses that story. See, something God put me into. It's not who I am. It's not my reality. It's not the normal way things are. It's a fake situation God created to test me. They take that story and then for make you think that your prophets were just regular people like you then. And then they go too far and say there's a fake prophet over there. They give him a name and they tell you they were killed and stuff. See? That's how they corrupt your thinking of the power these people have. They're using situations God put us into that was temporary. And they go too far with it. They don't tell you it was fake and God did it. And then they go too far and act like they killed each other or they got killed or they this or they ran from a war. And no. We're not evil. We don't become evil. Immorality doesn't belong to us. And you're not equal to us in strength. No one's going to kill nobody. No one's going to hurt or abuse nobody. It's situations that are small situations like just going to a jail. God wants us to see how you guys go to jail. How you guys go to mental hospitals, how you guys become homeless and unemployed and live in the street for years. He just wants us to see how you guys suffer because we come to help you stop the suffering. In order to make us experience your suffering, he just makes demons have extra power to put us in the situation of that suffering of going to a jail. It's not us actually being arrested. It's not us actually going to a mental hospital. It's not actually us. It's fake. The intention, therefore, is good. God just wants us to see how you suffer. You might be like, what do you mean? Isn't it normal for us to go to jail? You told us we're just weak creations. We're just human. We're flesh. I'm talking about when you're accused. See? Because we're accused of it. We're accused of something. We're accused of being crazy. Okay, so he wants us to see the suffering of you being accused. When you guys don't deserve to go to a jail. He wants us to just go there with you too. Just like you all believe Jesus was. This loving person that's just there with all of you. They just see your suffering. They see it with you. He just wants us to sit in that jail cell. And that's how I watch all these human beings. Right? Suffering under different circumstances. That's how I see what's wrong. So it's like God is thinking. These people, not only are they going to stop all evil in the world, but it would be nice for them to see it with their own eyes. Some of the evil, correct? Not all goodness, but just some. That's not going to kill your mind. You know what I mean? Just what jail looks like. But aren't we powerful? Aren't we authorities over you? Supernatural authorities over you. So it's impossible for us to see what a jail looks like. I will never see what a jail looks like. I will never know what you mean when you say to me, someone fired me from my job. I don't know what you're talking about. Because everyone's scared of me. Even though they're black, they're all scared of me. No one's going to act crazy in my job. Get it? So in those small levels of suffering, that still doesn't go too far with our power. God is not going too far with how much power he gave you. Right? It's a dishonor. We're being dishonored in those situations. But we're not going to say God dishonor us. But the situation is honoring. You're being made to do something you could not do. Touch powerful creations of God. Put them at a jail. Call them to a meeting room and say to them, you're fired because you did ABC and they did nothing. You don't have that sort of dominance. So God puts us in those situations so that we understand that how employers are evil as hell. How customers, co-workers, the way they abuse each other so covertly is usually covert. By taking me to a jail, God is thinking all these situations he wants to put us into, that we don't belong there. We don't belong in those situations. He has to, one, look at my words. One, he has to blind demons and humans. You have to be blind. So obviously the fear doesn't destroy you. You have to be blind so you can actually act bad around us. 2, we have to be blind. Because if we could be ourselves, then we would kill you. We have to be blind. So blinding has to happen. 2, extra power. Not the usual power of demons. Extra power is put into Satan and demonic spirits who are supernatural beings. They come to this earth, they possess your bodies. And now you also need extra power put into, because you can't do it. I don't care if they're possessing your body. You also have, extra power enters you when you don't know who we are. So you can't be like, what I'm saying is not true. How come you're only able to do these things when you don't know who we are? That's your evidence. You don't have the ability to do these things around us. If someone ever makes a bad comment on YouTube, the only reason that's possible is because you don't know who I am. You see, that's your evidence from your Lord. We are powerful. You can't do anything unless you're blind. I didn't say you don't know. No, you just may not know who someone is. That's not what I mean by blind. Blind means supernatural, divine. You're divine. You literally have some divine power put on you that makes you blind. You don't see any greatness or power around me. You don't feel nothing. You feel nothing, therefore. See, whatever you were supposed to feel and sense and know that would make you tremble and run, you're blind. I don't mean you don't know who I am. No, you're blind. Okay, on top of that, another power is put there. That is your evidence that blinding is not enough to make you do bad things around us. Or have the ability to do fake dominant things around us, like touch us, bother us. No. Extra power has to be put into demons and into you, the humans, to have the ability to do those things that for you, humans, you can do to each other. You can tap someone on the shoulder. You can bump into somebody. You can arrest somebody. It's not a big deal for you to touch each other. You're equal in strength. You're a species. We're supernatural. You can't touch us and do those dominant things around us. Therefore, it's insulting to me. It's dishonorable for me, for you to have such abilities around me, because you don't have those abilities around me. But God makes it happen. It's fake. So when He makes it happen, it's dishonorable to me. I feel dishonored. You can understand that, obviously. But it can't just be your demon. Even you have to have something put into your body. Exactly. But where are you getting the ability to approach me and accuse me and insult me and arrest me? Where is the ability coming from? I just told you we're supernatural, powerful beings. The ability, therefore, was put into you. It's extra. It's not your usual way. God didn't just let you not know who I am and you just have these abilities to do these things. No, don't say that. Since it's still me. You don't have those abilities just because you're blind. Goodness, that's creepy. So the power was put into you and the blinding was put into you. Because even if you're blind, where's the power to do it? And if you have the extra power put into you, well, then you're not blind. You're not going to do it because you're scared. Get it? So the blinding and the extra power. Now you're going to just treat the person like a normal person. Excuse me, we need to arrest this person. Let's go. You're just going to, like that. And here I am thinking to myself, what the hell is happening? This species can't, what? I'm dying on the inside. I'm dishonored. So that's how all prophets and I felt. God is killing us. We don't see you as the problem. We don't sit here and curse you. Exactly, because you didn't choose that. That's not something you're doing. You don't have the choice and the power and the ability. Your Lord makes such decisions from somewhere else. He's the one making this stuff happen to us. We didn't choose. And that's another reason why prophets are known for not wanting to be prophets, because we don't choose this life. We don't choose to have a weak creation. Demons and humans have abilities they don't have over us for some period of years that people then call demonic persecution or persecution. We don't agree to such a weird program. Why would I agree? Someone I'm stronger than, having the power to do something to me. What? Why would I agree? Who would agree? Nobody. It's a test, therefore. And you might be like, why is God doing that to you guys? We're an example for you. We never disobey God. No matter what he does, we still worship him. That's an example, therefore, for you. You already know that in history. Prophets are examples for you. Jesus is an example for you, as people who don't technically call them prophets in Christianity. But see, this is what it really meant. You can't see what religion really means when it says example for you, because the stories about them is corrupted. You just have examples of regular people, correct? When this is how powerful they are, and this is the fake world God puts them into. Creations that are weaker than them are being made to do things that are fake dominant around them all day. Insult you, say things, call you crazy, act like they can chase you, bother. What? Okay? For that reason, that's a test. Because you're saying to God, you know who I am. You know I can kill each and every one of them. I can explode this whole earth. And every time I speak like that, every time I just say that out loud to my Lord, I actually want you human beings to know you just don't know where it's coming from. All of you go silent. The whole earth gets scared. Even animals run away from me. So you all know. Some powerful entity is angry. Right? You're always acknowledging to me that, yes, I'm right. Yes, I'm right. Yes, you're always reflecting back to me, I'm telling the truth. Demons and humans and animals and pests always become quiet and scared when I complain to God about how strong I am. And I'm being put in situations of fake dominance from these species. Everyone goes quiet. They put their head down. They can't hear me. They're in their cars. They're in their homes. The respect is there. The fear is there. The obedience is there. You just don't know why you're feeling that way. You don't know where it's coming from. So I, therefore, even have more confirmation of who I am. Due to when I complain, the whole earth says to me, you're right. You're an authority over this earth. So it is a test. Because when religion is corrupted, these fake characters are created of prophets, of these weak people you can just chase and kill. And God did not put a prophet into slavery. Slavery is a filthy thing. It just means he went to jail. Okay, Prophet Yusuf just went to jail like me. We're powerful people. What the hell you mean slavery? Who the hell is going to allow themselves to be a slave? What are you talking? And why would God put you in such a nasty situation? You can't be like, well, humans go through those situations and God is not evil. Yeah, but those situations, humans are using free will to do evil. I just told you this program, God is making it happen to the prophet. He's the one choosing what happened. This is his choice. He chooses to suffer it. Goodness, he's not going to then do something filthy to you. Get it? But when evil is just roaming around this earth, it has free will. Okay. You're not going to connect that to God then. But this situation, he's telling demons what to do. He's telling Satan to come here and arrest me. Of course, then no one's going to tell you to do something filthy. Goodness. 2, the person is powerful. It's not even possible. Goodbye. It's just a little bit of suffering, like jail is not obviously a big deal. It's just a little bit of suffering that he chooses for us. So it's not really those things that bother me. If God maybe put me in jail, I could be like, yay, what kind of environment is this? I'd be interested. I'd be like, what do people do here? But he makes a human arrest me? Okay, God killed me that day. He makes a demon possess you to touch me and arrest me? I have been killed by God. I've been killed. That's how he can kill us. If you want to know what would destroy us, no. You don't have those powers. God made it happen. So our Lord is truly killing us. It's very horrible. I don't want to use the word evil. Therefore, it is really a test. Because now you're going to look at him and say, I don't want to worship you. Maybe that's what you think would happen. And we still worship him. No matter how much anger I have towards God. Since you're human and I'm supernatural. You don't know what I mean by anger. Take your human anger. Multiply it by see, I can't even pick a number. It's disrespectful. I will never find a number. Let's say the highest number God created. I don't think humans know what the highest number is on earth right now. You use the digits on earth. Just keep going. 100 trillion, blah, blah. I don't know how far you guys have learned to go with the highest number we can ever reach when we use numbers. It's like that number times a human who's really angry. That's a lot of anger at God. I'm telling you right now, I still feel that anger towards him. It's not a sin to be angry. How you act is the problem here. And I don't act crazy and sinful. And if I ever say something that is too far, I always repent, because I'm not going to obviously lie to you. Right? You can obviously sin. But I always repent. So I'm obedient, therefore. That's the test. And I passed it. So I'm an example for you. Because I'm someone who's stronger than you, being put in situations that are very difficult and painful and supernatural. If I can pass it, you can pass yours. You can pass whatever you go through. It's not as difficult as mine. You can handle it. You can continue to worship him and overcome the evil you've chosen. It's not, you have nothing to complain about here. So you see why he makes us so powerful, then puts us in situations that are fake dominance. Other species acting fake dominant around us. Because that situation would usually help you understand that it required a lot of restraint on the one who's powerful. They're restraining their power. They're restraining their anger. They're being obedient to a higher power. So why you humans then struggle? When prophets come to you one day and tell you to give up whatever you need to give up, there's no test there. There's no difficulty. Evil is not something good and enjoyable. They're just telling you to stop evil. Simply acknowledge the fact Quran has to be corrupted again. Why you act like you're dying? It's a big test. How dare you? Do you know what the hell they went through? The test for you, really. Since giving up evil is not a test, goodness, that's creepy. It's normal to give up evil. The test for you is to give up your carnal, normal things. You know? Oh, don't be sexual before marriage. Things like that. That's really the test for you. Things like that. You have some disease. Don't curse God. Like that. That's the test for you. Situations like that. Well, you would say his laws are affecting you directly. Right? Because he causes disease. Again, humans can cause you disease through evil conduct, obviously. And demons can curse you. I just mean situations you would say God caused the disease. That's a test directly from him, correct? See, I'm still picking for you what test is from directly him. Situations with an evil, right? He created evil. It roams around this earth. It hurts you at some point. It's still a test, right? But he didn't do it to you. He didn't make that human do evil to you. That's their choice. That's why you're supposed to fight them. Don't let them. So that's sort of the test in that sense. Right? You have to fight with evil every day. You have to protect your body, your honor, your life. It's just so you at least can say, my prophets understand me a little bit. You can say they're so powerful, yes, but they understand me a little bit. Because God made them suffer too. It's like that. But that's not the first reason, goodness. It's actually a test for them. They're powerful, and God makes a creation that's weaker than them have extra power put into them for certain years, just specific moments that are picked. Since it's fake, God has to pick times, and they're made to do things around these people that you cannot normally do around them. And they're just exploding and shouting and yelling, I'm powerful, how could someone do this? How could someone? And at some point, they just have to give it up and just say, my Lord, either way, I'll worship you. So it's really a test between them. It's really between them and God. It's not really for you guys. You guys get to use that to see how great they are. And then you will listen to them then. You think they're wise enough. You think they're qualified. Why are they qualified? Because they're righteous. What if God created a powerful supernatural being, but they're evil? You don't, I mean, other than fear, right? You don't need to listen to them, right? In that sense, because they're filthy, right? These people are not only powerful, so they're qualified, but they're qualified also because they're righteous in character. They won't mislead you because they were put in a horrible situation and they still obey God. So we're gonna end the episode with this occultation nonsense that people are running away and hiding for 1,400 years, as Shia believe. Occultation, like somehow the person is supernaturally hiding in some sort of iceberg or some weird places in history, like just right. What? Prophets are born on this earth, so there's no such thing as them stuck in places for hundreds and thousands of years. They're not in some weird occultation. They could just have supernatural birth. The birth might be unique. I'm sure I had some supernatural birth, which then obviously is responsible for me not knowing my parents. I think they died. They're Turkish. And when I say Turkish, they're not mixed, okay? 100% Arab, 100% Turkish. I'm not mixed with another race. But Africans adopted me, and it's not hard to understand because Muslims are African, correct? If the Middle East has war, who usually is going to adopt you? Probably another Muslim, right? So that's why. But they have lied and committed heinous sins of accusing me of being their race, their ethnicity, their family. And it's only the sort of father, because right, he's the one who did the adopting, that used to sort of stop his siblings from his children from bothering me. Right? You could call like the siblings. That's it. It's only when he was around. When he died and when he was not technically in the house, all his children would their demons would possess them to terrorize my life. Is it directed at me? No, I'm supernatural. God was just showing me in adoptive families what happens. He just creates the scenario. Why? Because now I can give rights to orphans like Prophet Muhammad did. He just wants us to understand it by being in the situation and seeing how these families actually could bother somebody. See, especially when the person doesn't know they're adopted. Maybe you're in the same race as them and it's even more difficult. I could know because I look different than them. But you guys will be like, I don't know what's going on, why they hate me so much. They don't tell you they adopted you. So God is saying it's a sin not to tell that person you adopted them. Muslims would agree. They have rights. Tell them you adopted them. Okay, so that's another way I used to sort of see how God likes to guide us when he creates evil. He created evil to expose itself, obviously. It was always the siblings who were bothering my life. Their demons would possess them. But the parents were sort of decent because they know they have to take care of you, correct? But the mother is a witch and she practices demonic stuff. So one of the type of Muslims are going to get the nicest place in hellfire. And she's always controlling her children, telling them what to do. And demons specifically were allowed to pick a Somali family that to some degree had a little bit of pigmented light skin. They wanted you to think you're African, but maybe you're pigmented like them to a little light skin. You know? God obviously has to expose that. At some point, they do lose that, right? Because you're still African. They get pigmented darkly. So that's one thing I saw. That demons like to trick people who are adopted from another race by trying to make you think these people are your race or your ethnicity by picking ones who sort of mixed with other people, right? And maybe their features look a bit too different. They're so manipulative. But they put evil eye on me for 31 years. So my skin is actually getting pigmented. But it's something easy. It's due to the suffering to some degree. If I sort of like wash my face and take care of myself, I mean, why would someone have to wash their face, right? That color, it shouldn't change. I know, but it's evil eye. And it's also due to, you get me, it's just common sense. Obviously something hit me, right? But the evil eye is not the only way they do that. It's also the suffering, right? It caused me to be homeless many years. Anytime my skin was extremely beautiful, beauty as in like the care, the skin is actually healthy. And then anytime my skin was really light, demons would come after my job that day, that month, that year more. So that when I lose it, you're in the street all day, right? Just in the bad weathers all day. And also not eating healthy food can pigment your skin also. I don't care what your race is, you know? We're all going to get tan or something. As a European, you'll just look more orangey and tannish, like that. So they also go after my money and my jobs because they know, right? Not eating will affect my skin. And losing my job and being in the street and being in the sun all day, getting burned, all that stuff. Like all these things they know, environmental, health, all this stuff will affect the skin color. They know that. But it wasn't just random. It's when my skin got back to healthy after they ruined it with evil eye and some other tactics. Right? My skin goes back to beautiful again. Then they come back to attack me again. I become homeless again. You can't be like something is not strategic here. Okay? They ruined my health and my beauty. That's the fact. Christians could struggle with that to some degree who don't practice Christianity, but the ones who really understand demonic attacks and Muslims who really understand the power of evil eye, you will understand me when I tell you I'm Turkish, but look what they did to my skin. Look what they did to my health. I look different, okay? You obviously can truly look at me and know I'm Asian. It's just these things about skin. You all know. Prophet Muhammad also, they tell you his skin was pigmented maybe to some degree. He wasn't fully light skinned. He was light skinned. It just means there was a time like my life where exactly demons attacked his skin color. You all know about how Africans were always around his life like Bilal. It's because, right, these human beings, he helped them. Despite, I believe, Africans adopting him like me and abusing him, torturing his life. They're the main race that tortured his life. A lot of people from that race, obviously that did not affect him. That's why they're an example for you in righteousness. They still helped these people. They took them out of slavery. They did what God told them, right? They were neutral to them. You're just with people. They helped them as a race. Obviously, then Europeans came after them and enslaved them again. And now we have African Americans. Yeah, but this man saved their life. You might be like, what's the point? The point is, he was tested. Get it? Demons heavily used Africans to torment Prophet Muhammad. I believe that now because every day they use Africans to torment my life. They will not stop using this race. Every time they bring me cops now, it's just African. I know I'm in the South, but still. Because it's a test. You will start to hate their race to some degree. So God is teaching you human beings when another race, their people target you so much. Right? Everywhere you go, it's just, and again, they're not working together. Then you could call it a group, a cult. You can ignore that. But just individually, just at their own individual level, they don't know each other. For some reason, that group, their race, their ethnicity, or their gender, what it just targets you every day. Is that not rational to hate them? Okay. God is telling you, keep the hatred to that healthy moral level. Hate the bad ones. Don't, right? Let that affect how you treat the whole race, even though it's difficult. Don't hate the race. But two, the evil type of hatred. There's two types of hatred. Don't have the evil type of hatred. That's what God is telling you. And don't obviously become an evil person yourself and want to do evil to them. It's a test. Obviously, me and prophets are not going to become evil. We cannot be corrupted. That's another quality of being a supernatural. We're not going to be corrupted in character or morality. Okay, so then you might be like, then what hatred are you talking about then? The normal one, get it? The one to just simply say, I don't want to be around these people. You would agree that's my right. But if God wants me to help the world, I have to be around Africans at some point. And I have to remember how demons used you. I know it's fake, but they still used you, correct? Okay, so that's a test then. Every time I see your skin color, I'm going to remember how many times you were used to terrorize my life, more than the other two races. How you were obsessed with me and always acting like you're my race when I'm not your race. How you love to do that to a lot of Asians. Because I just told you, none of this is directed at me. It's just God's way of teaching us what humans are doing in this world. The sins they commit against people, get it? So Prophet Muhammad knew the sins people commit against orphans because he was made to be an orphan by God and put in those scenarios. Okay, so I was put in those scenarios, but which race would technically claim to be sort of close to you maybe? Right? I told you, Africans who are mixed, right? They're light-skinned to some degree. They want to sometimes accuse Asians of being the same race as them because they adopt them and stuff. A European is not going to really look at an Asian to some degree and be like, you're my race, right? The eyes look too different. Okay, but and Africans are way too different than Asians, right? They're dark skin. And you are obviously beige and light skin. Oh, no one's going to then tell you you're my race. I know. But some Africans are mixing with Europeans and Asians. Okay, so they take it. Some of them are using that as an evil intention to now try to tell someone who's brownish, right, like an Indian maybe, oh, you're my son. Get it? Because that African may not be dark skinned, you know? So I just want you to understand how psychology of evil works. And then they put a curse on the Asian like me. They put an evil eye on you. The evil eye on me started as a child. Till now, I'm 31, this October 2024. That's a long time to put whatever the hell you're putting on me spiritually to cause my skin to and my beauty to deteriorate. It's a power God created. Europeans usually don't hear about it as much because you guys don't really have people who practice witchcraft too much, you know? The other groups that you think are sort of having a lot of problems being civilized, right? To some degree, the human race right now, the Africans, the Asians, are not fully having great civilized countries, right? Okay, so you're going to hear this sort of stuff usually in their lands. Not because you Europeans are better than them, but it was now, and you see, it's all about time and history. Now you guys stole other people's lands. Your ancestors stole their wealth. The Crusades and all these horrible wars and jihad, all these wars you've done to the Middle East. You stole people's wealth. You're just chilling. Okay, but when we have a lot of humans who are backward and their civilizations are destroyed, a lot of evil. I'm not saying that makes it illogical for them to become evil. I'm just saying evil, right, is no longer going to be criminal in their countries. You know, just typical criminals. At some point, the evil will try to go into witchcraft and spiritual practices. Because it's just spiritual. Spiritual powers that are evil. Because, right, they start to hate each other internally and attack each other internally. And attack other races internally. But more like spiritual, more like they'll do witchcraft and stuff to other races. You get me? But if their country was beautiful and perfect and they were wealthy and civilized, that sort of would not be what they're pulled to now. They just become criminals, more like physical crime. Okay? So God likes to teach us how psychology of evil, how it sort of enters a heart, like what sort of inspired. You know? So witchcraft is in Europeans, right? Maybe for you it was because your skin got so red all of a sudden, like more pigmented to very beige. And maybe you were really light. It's happening to you too. You might have become really tan and you don't understand. You didn't go to the sun. You're also having evil eye, okay? I just want to then finish this with, there's no such thing as the other type of hiding, right? Not the one that I told you about occultation is fake, obviously. That's irrational. No one is stuck in time for hundreds of years being hiding or running away. That's dumb. And two, it's demonic and irrational and immoral. And prophets are righteous people. Okay, so Mahdi and all these people are not hiding. They're not in occultation. There's no such thing. You just don't know who they are because God won't let you know who they are. Reason number one is I just told you. They're going through demonic persecution to learn stuff. To be tested by God. Of course, he doesn't want you to know who they are. You're going to then be like, can you help us? Can you lead us? They're not going to lead you now. They need to sort of learn stuff first. They got to go through the nonsense program I just told you I'm also put into. But two, so you see, you're not supposed to know who they are. But a lot of you are going to be possessed to do evil around them that you don't have the power to do. Duh, so you have to be blind, get it? But two, exactly, when Listening God stops the program, which is very soon for me, is this February 2025, hopefully, okay, you're still going to be blind as you listen to my podcast. You're not going to understand who's talking to you. Because that's then a test on your character, many other things that God is judging you. Test. You all get the point already. Test. Then I'll become my true supernatural self. And you're all going to be obedient the way you should have always been all these years I was here. That I didn't have my true reality. I call it reality. This is not my reality. It's a fake world I live in. Okay. And then I can truly help you. So, the other type of hiding. A hiding from a place of fear for your life. Like you'll be killed or something. We're not scared for our life. No one can kill us. Whether it's a demon or a human. And no one has the power to do anything. these small situations of someone putting me out of jail, God made it happen. So you don't have the power as a creation of God to see some religious content that's different than yours, right? Of these fake characters you think Mahdi and Jesus, Muhammad and other prophets are. You don't have the power as religious preachers who say your religion is perfect, right? You follow your Bible, you follow your Quran. You don't have the power to be like, someone came out, it's actually Mahdi, they're different than us, let's go kill them. You don't have that power. I just told you. You think that way because you think it's a human like you. So you're not mocking anybody. You actually are misguided. You think a regular man like you is a prophet. So you think if they were to come here and have a different religious than you, you think you're just going to want to kill them if you're people who want to sort of maintain the way things are right now. I just told you these are authorities over you. They're an authority over you because they're supernatural, powerful creations of God. They're not human. So no one is running away from you. No one's scared of you. And two, the other thing then people accuse prophets and me of. They think we're somehow avoiding or sort of supernatural missions or the missions from God. Like we don't want to do anything. No, we would love to do what God wants us to do. We would love to go and do those missions you think a prophet does. Change the world, help people, stop evil in religion. We're always capable. We're always ready. I just told you. It's never us. It's always God. God is just not letting us come and help you. So I've been here with you for 31 years, correct? But I didn't come and help you when I was 15, even though I was capable. Even though I was intelligent and righteous in character. I didn't come out and help you when I was 20 or 25. Because God doesn't want me to. He doesn't even tell me that that's something he wants me to do for you. He just blinds me, lets me live. You all possess to act fake dominant around me, and I suffer therefore. 2 reasons that I suffer. 1, the bad situations that happen, you suffer. But the first reason I suffer is you're being made to do things you don't have the power to do around me. So I'm being tormented. I'm being tormented emotionally. I can't even use the word mental anymore because everything has been turned into mental illness. I can't even use that terminology. It's another evil that prophets and me will get rid of. We're going to get rid of mental illness. It's caused by demons using that term to just be perverts to God's creation. They just want to touch your body. So they just want to put you at a hospital, get it? Because then you get to touch the person's body. You get to drug them. You get to strip them. It's just touching the body against the person's will. You're just touching them. Some admit themselves sadly because they think that's where they can get help. You're just perverts who set up these systems for you. And in human history, it used to be even worse. Religious people used to torment people by saying, someone's possessed. Especially when they come against the evil in religion. Someone's possessed. So they would actually grab people and beat them. It's called exorcism. We also come against that too. Basically, we're just perfect. Okay? We just come against all nonsense. Perfect. Whatever we tell you, you're going to like it. Because God is not bad. But some of the ways we learned, the way you guys are hurting each other, using these things, using these evil things you do to each other as a species, right? It's situations where God makes you accuse us. Those cops accuse me of mental illness. And I still do not understand how they came up with it. I'm just a normal citizen like everybody else in this country. Someone assaulted me first. They just touched my back. I told you, you're not gonna attack somebody. Just touch, okay? But it's perverted, get it? So that's why I got mad. But I didn't hit the human in return because I know this country doesn't believe that. They believe you can only hit in self-defense when it's oncoming attack. Okay, so I didn't do that. I just turned around. I was in Islamic prayer, actually. So demons took advantage of when I was praying. They cannot touch me when I'm face to face. So when I turn around, then they possess the human to get close to me. I actually think it was a man, but their body, right? I think they were a transgender. Because they used someone that looks like a female, but it looks like a man to me. Okay, so, and that's what I remembered in that jail. A lot of the females who work in the jail were actually men who changed their bodies. And that's what they want you to think as a woman in that jail. Like, wait a minute, why is their body so gigantic? And no, they're men, okay? And there you go. That's why God took me to jail. That's why he took your prophets to jail. He just wants us to see the evil in those environments. Right now, yes, they can sort of change their body a little bit to some degree in appearance, and that's how they can go to such places and do perversion, therefore. But back then, I'm sure men could just simply work in the female section of the jail. Do you agree? They could just do what they want. So it's just God's way of teaching us the injustice in these environments. Do we belong in these environments? No. So demons are then made to accuse us of the quality of people who are in those environments, so that then it's like, see, you made us go there for that reason. It's like God created that way to put us there. Because then how are we going to go there? We're righteous people. How are we ever going to go to a jail? Other than the fact that we're strong. Even if we were to do something, human beings can't arrest us because we're supernatural. We're stronger than you. So even if we were to do a crime, you can't arrest us, get it? We're strong. But other than that reason, right? Why would, the person consensually go to a jail and be like, I did something? Or, right? And not something filthy, right? But something you could go to jail for, like maybe that's not filthy. You missed the traffic light, it's not filthy behavior. How could that happen? It's not going to happen because we're good people. We don't do bad things, right? We respect common sense, right? Don't go straight ahead when it's red. Duh. Even if you're not going to hit anybody, there's nobody there. We're just good. We just do the right thing always. What's nice and decent. So you have to then accuse the person. You have to create a situation where they're accused of something that would put them in an environment they normally would never go to, correct? So that's then why it's called demonic persecution. Sadly, religion is corrupted to just call it persecution, as if humans could persecute. No, demons are doing the persecution. It's rational. They're supernatural, okay? You humans are not doing anything. They just take over your body. You don't understand anything that whole time. You're blind. So don't attribute it to yourself. Don't be like, oh, a cop arrested. No, a demon arrested me. In the sense that they're supernatural. It's understandable. It doesn't mean I'm treating them like my opponent. No, I'm just saying who actually did the behavior was a demon, not you. They just took over your body. It's not situations when you are consciously committing a sin as a cop or as a human employee, whatever you are, and you just do bad things to people. No, that's you and your demon. But when it's a situation like this, where the party is stronger than you, I'm supernatural, you didn't do anything. Your demon did it. 100% it was your demon. You were just, your body was used. But I told you earlier that you have to also have extra power be put into you to have the ability. Because, okay, demon can't just take over your body and do something impossible either. So that's what I mean by you have to also have something be put into you, a power put into you, extra power. Will give you the ability. I don't mean that you are doing it also. No, It's like your body is just like, it's like a clothing. In that moment as a demon possesses you, correct? It's like a clothing. They're just taking over. Well, you'll be lifeless. You would shake to death. See, that's what I'm saying. You, the human, even though you don't know why, you would shake to death. The demons has the power. They possess you and they're trying to do something. But you're going to be the one that then they cannot use. You're shaking to death because you're scared of me. So God has to blind you also. And he has to put the extra power into you that would connect with the demon's power. It's like both of you, now your body just moves. God, therefore, is doing this program. He's making this happen. Your behavior is fake. Demons always erased from religion the fact that these things ended at some point. And we became our supernatural, powerful self. And you, exactly the way I'm telling you, you would have been in my reality. That's how you start to become in the future. They always take that out of religion. They put lies into it, acting like the person somehow was killed or still maybe going through these fake situations until their life ended or something. No! I'm going to become my powerful, scary, supernatural self, and you're all going to sit out. This fake. And your prophets are going to be exactly the same like Jesus, including Mahdi. Okay, so the other type of hiding from a place of not wanting to do the mission. That's not true. Hiding from a place of cowardness. That's not true. They're not cowards. And they're built for the mission. So there's only one reason. I told you when demons lie, they come up with something, correct? Something that's a little bit true, and then they corrupt the rest. The reason why demons came up with this, accusing me and Mahdi and Jesus and all supernatural beings in the past of sort of being cowards or hiding because it's actually because that anger I explained to you earlier at God that I have. Do you know what that does? I always tell God, I'm not going to help your creation. I never say, exactly, since I'm stronger than you, I don't have anything towards you. I don't feel anything towards you. I don't feel anything towards you. I don't see you. Part of the persecution, what it does is it does something to my mind that makes me look up. So without these powers being put into demons, I actually would never look at a human being. Even if I'm an employee and we're having a conversation, I would never look at your eyes. Do you understand what I mean by we're dominant than you? The moral dominance, not some filthy word dominant. It means you're insignificant to me. I could care less about your existence. I'm not interested in you as a species. I don't think you're interesting. I'm not interested in you. Okay? God designed me stronger than you. So I have qualities that make me better. Therefore, I'm not interested in you. I'm not actually intrigued. So I'm never ever going to seek you out as a friend. Seek you out as an opposite. I don't want you in any way, shape, or form that is healthy for you guys to want to be together as a creation. Because I'm not your creation. So I'm not interested in you. You're people I don't want to mix with. I just have good character. So if God simply tells me to help you, then I could take the mission and help you. So it's only out of love. But I'm not intrigued and interested in you. So I'm never going to walk this earth staring and watching people. I don't ever say hello to neighbors. I don't know. So demons, in order to harass me, see, they have to harass you with whatever you're not. The program is made to harass me then. They put witchcraft on me. Well, all they do is put hyper-awareness on me. I just look up all day. Because they put this fear in me that someone's going to be possessed to act inappropriate. Someone's going to be possessed to get in your personal space. So it's a feeling of threat, correct? So you're going to constantly look up. The program is created to always be perverted to you, basically. You know, that's creepy, obviously, right? To lie to someone, make them think someone's going to do something just so they look up all day and get anxious so they look up like that. And sometimes they are trying to do those things. See, it's always just trying to be obsessed with the person, be obsessed with the prophet. The program is like obsessed with them. It's created to basically be obsessed with them. Look at us, talk to us, pay attention to us. What? You get me? Because they're powerful, they're not interested, they're always going to look away, they're always going to mind their business. You always remember them as an absent person. Okay? Why did God put that into the program? A test. But then I tell him, why you make that program attack me, my Lord? Look, it just made me look. I hate looking at it. That's what I say. I'm not someone who looks at your creation. Don't let these demons put some witchcraft on me that makes me look up. Right? It's like that. I don't even look around. I just have peripheral vision, so I know my surroundings. Don't worry. I mean, look at you. I don't look at people. Goodness. When I say look, I mean just normal look up. Like you just look up. I don't do that because I'm supernatural. I'm not interested in you. I don't care who entered the building. God have mercy. So it's not arrogance, right? It's the healthy way of being better than somebody. I'm not interested in you. So the program is torturing us in every way you can imagine. So for that reason, it's just out of anger at God, the power he's putting in his creation that they don't have to do fake dominance around us, where then we feel dishonored. We feel dishonored that we don't ever want to be a prophet. We don't ever want to take the mission. That's the only reason Mahdi is avoiding human beings. If they ever find out who they are, that's the only reason you kind of know as human beings they sort of don't want to do that mission. It's because they feel dishonored. Because what you guys call suffering, for them it's not suffering, it's dishonor. You guys think, oh, poor soul, they suffered, right? People harassed them, people put them in jail maybe. Exactly, but if it was a regular human, then that's suffering, correct? But if it's a powerful supernatural being, like those cartoon characters, and God makes the human beings and demons who are weaker than them have the power to touch them, arrest them, insult them, bother them, fire them, act fake dominant around them, and just the way they act around them. As if, right, you could actually act that way around this person. The person feels dishonored. My Lord, you let that family do this. You let that human do that. You let that cop do that. You let those people do this. But they don't have the power to do that. I'm so-and-so. I'm not doing anything. That's what they say. They connect it to that. They connect the way that God made humans and demons behave around them. That's not possible. So they're stronger than you. There's no other reason. It's strength. It's dominance. They're stronger than you. They're connecting now to them not wanting to do anything because they feel dishonored. You can't be like, the feeling is wrong. No, it is dishonoring. We're just not going to call God one who dishonors. See? It's actually true to feel dishonored like that. So when I say they feel dishonored, I don't mean they feel that way, but it's not legitimate. It is legitimate. I just asked you, if Angel Gabriel was put in the situation that a prophet was put into, you would all agree that's bad. He's a powerful angel. He should not come here and be arrested by humans. That's how prophets are. They're powerful creations who are supernatural also. And God makes humans arrest them and bother them. So exactly, it is a bad thing then. So they're angry with God. They don't want to therefore do anything that God would tell them to do to help this world. Not from a place of having no love. They're very loving. But they're saying to God, my Lord, why didn't you just let me be my powerful self? Then I can help them. But you made them act fake dominant around me all my life. I'm obviously right. There's no way I can do this then. I'm angry with you. It's that simple. I swear by God's name, that's it. They're pissed off. They cannot. It's like they're angry with God, not you guys. Because you didn't do anything. They're angry with God. Who's asking them to be a prophet? God. Who's asking Mahdi to be a leader even if you don't think they're a prophet? God. So they're angry with God. And they're telling God, I don't want to do anything you ask me to do. But I'm not going to disobey you. I'm going to worship you. Correct? They're not going to become a disbeliever, but they're going to tell their Lord, I'm not going to do what you're asking me to do. Because look what you've done to my life. I can't do this. This is evil to me. This is insulting to me. This is dishonorable to me. And they say to their Lord, my Lord, you still might continue to make these fake powers continue to exist within your creation that doesn't have it. You might still continue to blind them of me. And they might insult and act inappropriate as they actually find me teaching them the religion. I cannot tolerate that. I was okay all these years. I did the best I could to keep it to myself. Because I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to reach out to them. But when I actually go and become a prophet and help them, they better not have these powers that they don't have. My Lord, please don't hurt me. That's how they talk to their Lord. They're aggressive, powerful creation. Therefore, they speak powerful and aggressive. Their reasoning is righteous, rational, and aggressive. They're simply saying, I'm powerful. This should not be happening. If you want me to help them, then my Lord, give me my reality. Make me the powerful person that I am, that you are just taking away from me. You're taking it away. Let these creations be afraid of me the way they're supposed to be afraid of me. Then I can help them. It's that simple. So you better respect whoever Mahdi is. You better respect your prophets, because this is what God puts them into. So fake dominant is too complicated for you guys, because instantly you think of behavior. Fake fearless. Fake fearless is the correct terminology. God put me in prophets in situations where you humans and demons who are weaker than us, in a situation where extra fake power was put into you from God himself that makes you act fake fearless around us, as if you're not actually afraid of us, as if you can actually be rude as a cashier, as if you can actually be mean with your eyes, with your words, with your tone. Excuse me, miss. Just the attitude, just the simple fact you're not scared of this person in that way to act inappropriate around them. That's fake fearless. You are afraid of us. You don't have that power. You're not equal to me in strength. Okay? Fake fearless. You're acting fake fearless. Not intentionally, not consciously. The power that's put into you makes that come out of you. Someone that's trying to act fake fearless around you, as if they're not scared of you. That is a brutal test. That truly dishonors who I am. I can't just sit there and act like it didn't affect me. And then at some point it becomes more of a bigger behavior. Correct? Fake dominant. But this is also fake dominant. Because in order for you to act bad to someone, you cannot be scared, correct? In that sense, you can't be afraid. You are afraid of me. Because I'm supernatural and you're human, you're not. Like me. But a power is making you act fake fearless around me first. First, you puff up your body language. You puff up your tone. You puff up your face. And a witchcraft is put on me that's trying to take away my ability to make you sense that I'm stronger than you. That power was not there before 2019. So this is your other evidence this is fake. Because this only happened in 2020. Not 2019 and prior. Humans had this evil power into them that's not real, trying to control their body, act bad around someone you don't know who you're dealing with, you don't know who's standing there. But there's that balance. I just simply didn't react psychologically to that energy that's trying to take over you. The energy is the witchcraft, the power. It's not even the demon. The power that's trying to take over your body and sort of act like you can act like you're not scared of the person and be rude. And even if you don't say anything rude, just do your feelings. It's your feelings. You're acting like you're not afraid, okay? Whatever that energy is that's trying to project that out of you, as if you're not afraid, when that was there before, I just had to simply be myself. You would then shake and freeze. You'd realize that's not what's going on here. So something took over your body. You'd realize you just put yourself in a dumb situation. You'd realize someone powerful is in front of you. And then you stop. So there was a balance. God took away that balance in 2019 at the end of that year. Around the time COVID is starting is around the time demons were given even more extra power to act even more fake fearless and fake dominant around me. You first need the feeling. You can't just walk up to someone. If I'm telling you they're powerful and supernatural, just because you're blind, God is not going to just simply make you do the behavior, right? Of something that is not possible to direct at them, therefore it's fake dominant. You're acting dominant around them. You're not capable of it. You can't just have a power put in you that just makes you act. Some feeling has to be put in you first. That would exactly even make you think it's okay. That feeling is what I used to see before, not the behavior. Instantly, I'd catch it. I just judge it. I don't do anything. Since I'm still me, you would freeze. So humans would always physically freeze. Their body would freeze. Because that's your chance to now reflect and say, what the hell just took over me? This is not a human. And you'd go away. Now, something is attacking my body, my mind, its ability to make you freeze. So that then it can happen. God has to make a power attack me. My natural instincts as a supernatural being, things have to be created that attack me in order to allow you to act bad around me. How powerful must I be then? That even with you being blind, demons possessing you, taking over your body, them having extra power being put into them and you, none of that is enough to actually make you act bad. Whether it's your words, your tone, your facial expression, your body language, your feelings, your thoughts, and then your action. You can't do nothing. You're still gonna run. That's how powerful we are. No matter how much power God puts into you, you're still scared. But God then has to do something that attacks us now. We're attacked. So that it's like it allows you to not feel whatever those people used to feel in 2019 and prior. That used to get possessed to come to my jobs and say nasty things. I'd look up and they freeze and they leave. That balance is gone because whatever made me look at you and you felt something, you felt my power, you can't ever be blind to that. It's always there. I had some power God created attack me. It prevents me from even doing that to you. See, it's impairing me of my abilities. That is truly evil situations to experience. This creation that's weaker than me is always acting fake fearless around me. And then they act fake dominant around me. They don't know that. That's just the program. You're forced into the program. I have to wake up every day for 31 years and experience that dishonor. And you think I want to pop up one day and help you and say to God, yes, let's help these wicked doers. No. I have a problem with God. Why are you putting me in that situation? Why are you torturing me psychologically? Your creation is not equal to me in strength. They cannot do these things. That is the test for me and prophets. That's the only reason we don't want to be prophets or do anything. It's not because the job is difficult. I just told you we're powerful, so the job is not the reason. We're comfortable with the job. It's just like you asking me to pick up something from the ground or something. It's easy. Unless the person has no legs, they can do it. Unless they have no hands, they can do it. It's easy. It's like you saying to me, can you read if I'm someone who can read? It's easy. It's the fact that you're blind and these powers are attacking you. And they're making you, look at my words, this is against your will. They're making you act fake fearless and fake dominant around us. And whatever I used to have to protect myself from that God put in the program in order to at least give me some decency, all those years has to be taken away from me. I can turn around right now and look at a human, they won't feel anything. Just the year 2019 and earlier, they would run from me. You cannot say, therefore, you're capable of these things. If just a few years ago you were running, why are you running if you're equal to people in strength? Okay. We're not your species. We're not human like you. You're not equal to us in strength. Us having these evil powers God created to test us is truly brutal. It's disrespectful. It's dishonorable. It doesn't help you want to be here any longer. There's no purpose for me being here. I don't see why I need to wake up every day and come to this earth if that's how I'm going to be going through things that are not real. That's literally how we spend 25 minimum. Some prophets got rectified and got their powers at age 25 or 31, 32, like everyone believes Mahdi will be. Up to that time, we live feeling this way. I just saw it. I just went to a store. I just bought some food. The witchcraft is created. It's a witchcraft that only supernatural creations of God like me can experience. You humans will never experience what the hell this is. It's not created for you. It's created to get my consensual agreement. That's how you know how powerful I am. It needs my agreement. It needs me to agree that this human is about to act crazy. So why would I agree, correct? It blinds me. It's like attacks me. These humans got possessed. They enter the store. Their body language to you looks normal. They're just walking in the hallway. But I see the facial expression, the eyes of the demon, and the human. Someone trying to act like they're not afraid of you. I didn't say someone who's not afraid of you. I said someone who's trying to act as it's acting. They're acting. You know when you say, with your nose? And you just walk arrogant like that. They're acting that way around me when they're being made to act bad around me. When your demons take over and the power takes over, you're acting that way around me all the time. It's like you're trying to, it's not you, right? I just mean what takes over you. The power that takes over you is like trying to get you to actually think that's true or something. You know, as if you actually are equal to me in strength. As if you actually are powerful around whoever it seems to be there. Not me, right? Because you don't know me. You're not directing it at me. Just, it's trying to, the power takes over the body, correct? And the power is created by God to act like, let's not say human or demon. The power is created to act like a character that's trying to convince themselves that I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared. I can, with my tone, have a little attitude, like females are known for, teenagers are known for, and perverted males usually are known for. You know? That tone. It's like they're trying to tell you what to do. Hello. And it's like they're acting as if they're saying that you have to greet them back, like that. Some sort of, like, dominant, you know? Like, you have to greet me back. I don't mean rude. When you human beings harass each other, you're mean to each other. You're rude to each other. Since I'm stronger than you and I'm supernatural, the power that's put in you to make you act bad around me and prophets, it's not going to just simply become a behavior. It's not going to just take over your body and just make you do something bad. Exactly. It has to act, first of all, that I can actually do this. And that's what I see first before I see the behavior. Because it's seeking permission. If I turn around and I say, what did you just... They freeze and they run. It's finished. So God could tell me to bear with it. He could tell me to be patient. He could say to me, I didn't dishonor you. This is fake. Just ignore it. It's a test. You can always make them remember who's the person technically that's here, even though they don't know what's going on. You can get some sort of good feelings. Your psychology at least is okay. That's not what God does. In order for you to be possessed to do something that's more harmful than just being rude and mean, right? You have to touch the person to arrest them. Exactly. Extremely fake dominant. You cannot touch a supernatural being. The fact that you're possessed to touch them requires then God has to increase the power in you, but also that feeling. Yes, I can actually arrest you. Yes, I can actually maybe strangle you. Yes, I can actually do A, B, C. You have to actually, right? If you're some bad power that's put into a creation that can't do that, it has to sort of convey that first. Yes, I can actually do this. Because it cannot do it. So it's like they're always trying to convince themselves they can do it. The human is walking. They don't know what's wrong with them. They're just possessed. This power takes over their body. And they just walk by me as a cashier. And instantly, the human it's like they're trying to act like they can be rude. Act like they can really say to you, can I see your card? They can't just say, can I see your card, and just be sort of rude. It's always about acting fake dominant with how they even feel. Fake fear, I'm not afraid, fake fearless. They're not just comfortable and relaxed, normal, but they just simply have the power to touch you and insult you. No, they don't, because it's not real. So since it's not real and you don't have that ability, the power that takes over you is trying to convince you have that ability, because you don't know who's there. It's like in order to protect your mind from falling to the ground and dying because of who's standing there, God puts the power in you that's trying to make you think it's okay. So it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't affect you, because He is making you do that to the person. He's making you as a test for them. So the human can't just be mean. Even as a female, she's feminine. The body becomes sort of masculine, right? It starts to act like a man. It starts to walk like a man. It starts to act like I'm powerful at the same time. So then it starts to act like they're supernatural or something. See? So it's not the way a female is just mean to other females or males. No, it's like someone trying to act fake fearless, fake dominant, because it's fake. And in order for something that impossible, that highly impossible to happen and come out of your body in front of powerful people like me who are not human, such a power is required that psychologically is already killing you on the inside. How could you ever have the consciousness to hold yourself back? That was taken away from me. I could put you there. I could remind you, you're not equal to me. You could then stop yourself. You just don't understand what's going on. Something took over the body. You didn't agree to anything. Oh, but now there's a power God gave you into the program. Instantly when a human walks by, like the human walking by right now, something hits my heart. Some witchcraft, some power is actually hurting my heart, my physical heart. It actually feels pain. They didn't do anything. They're just walking by. Okay? And it's like this body mixed with their body. They're walking, you guys only see the human body. I see this other body inside of them. One, that's the demon, the other one is the power. The power is also like a character. So I'm seeing these energies attacking me. I can't just acknowledge them like a tree and move on. Acknowledging it means it's like the power forces me to agree with them or something. It's like it takes my permission without my permission. As long as I see that evil energy, my body gets hit, my eyes get hit, my entire body is hit with it. Then it's like they can manifest and act fake dominant and fake fearless around me. I didn't agree to that. So if I don't see these human beings, if I don't see their body being taken over by that fake character trying to act fake fearless and fake dominant around me, which to you is just normal human behavior where you just simply as humans have conflict with each other, you just bother each other. But for me, it's fake dominant. It's fake fearless because I'm supernatural. If I don't actually see that energy in you, if I protect myself from it, you will freeze and you will run. So God is forcing me to see that power first because it's like it has to hit me. It has to impair me somehow. It's like taking away my ability to resist. That is evil to go through. Do not mock your prophets and me. You don't know what the hell we go through. Watch your language until God tells you who I am. And simultaneously, the food I'm carrying right now, even though I prayed against it, I already have a fever. I already have this extreme pain in my stomach and nausea. That means I'm getting cursed through the food. This is how many times God has to make this power attack you as a supernatural being in order to do behaviors that to you humans is normal. Insulting someone doesn't require any effort. You're equal in strength. You're a species. The fact that 24/7 I'm being attacked with powers that God created that are evil in order to allow you to just simply walk by me with attitude. You didn't even do anything. That's how powerful I am. 24/7 I need to be attacked by that power. It has to enter me through food, through clothing, wherever I sleep, wherever I walk, the air I breathe. The whole earth gets cursed. It means God put this evil power into the earth so that even the objects don't respect me. So that even animals and pests don't respect your prophets. So that humans don't respect nobody. You don't fear nobody. You don't feel nothing. Just bad side comes out of you. That's how much effort it requires. God has to make everything gets cursed. He has to make our body get cursed. Don't act like it's not just some cool supernatural beings. They just possessed someone to come out of the building. They're acting crazy. I'm gonna have to just move away. This is the restraint that you don't understand how difficult it is to have if you were as powerful as the way prophets in me are created.